Hey, William Bong. Happy birthday, brother. We love you, man. Keep on rolling, Bongster.
Thanks a bunch, Phil. The birthday was great. But something else has come up recently. So just when you think YouTube couldn't get any crazier with their flagging system, they do something so incredibly shady and undermining and subversive that I just have to talk about it. So as you guys know, about 6 months ago to a year ago, I was having a lot of problems and I was getting a lot of strikes on my videos. I'd get a strike, couldn't stream for 3 months, then I'd get another strike, can't put out videos, then I'd sit and wait for my channel to get deleted because one more strike and your channel's done. So what would happen was I'd lose one of the strikes after 3 months, and then I'd have one strike, and then I'd get another strike, and this went on for about 6 to 7 months, 8 months maybe. I never got the ability to stream back completely until all my strikes were gone, and this pattern ended about 4 or 5 months ago, I'd say, and my channel's been in good standards since. So what happened during that time to avoid more flags, I privated all my old videos. Randomly, I put them back here or there, set them to public again so that they could be viewed, and I did this sporadically because if anyone knows, AIU's channel got taken down because he had all his videos private like that too, and unprivated them all at once, and the next day his channel was gone or something like that. So I'm trying to avoid that, but I have over 100 videos that are unviewable because they're on private, so I'm trying to get them out there little by little. Now, the video we're about to talk about is one I did about 2 years ago on Christmas Eve. It's called Are White Muslims Guilty of Cultural Appropriation? I had a little Grinch theme going on, and I did a little song at the beginning. I even sung. Now, the reason I unprivated this video is because I was talking to a friend of mine about, some Christmas video I did where I sung, and I mentioned this one, and he hadn't seen it, so I unprivated it to show him. Within 10 minutes, I get this message. Your video, Are White Muslims Guilty of Cultural Appropriation, was flagged to us by the YouTube community. Bullshit, that shit was hit by the algorithm because there's no way within 10 minutes this video got flagged. There were no new views on it. It's bullshit. Upon review, we have placed restrictions on how this video will be shown. Please note that your video will continue to be available on YouTube. We believe in the principles of free speech. Don't you love how they start every sentence off with that? All these social media platforms, they start everything off with, oh, we believe in free speech, but bullshit. You don't believe in anything. Bunch of greedy, money-hungry cocksuckers is what you are. Anyway, to get back on topic, YouTube doesn't allow hate speech or content that promotes or incites violence. No, there's no hate speech or inciting of violence on the video. What? I mentioned that Muhammad is a pedophile? You can't mention the truth? That gets you taken down now? That's hate speech? The truth is hate speech, right? Bunch of cowards. So anyway, in some cases, flag videos that do not clearly breach the community guidelines but whose content is potentially controversial or offensive may remain up, but with some features disabled. So basically, that's what they did to this video, right? I can deal with that. I've had other restricted videos, but they're still up on YouTube. There's still a chance of someone stumbling upon it. I can deal with that, right? Well, the story gets better. Your video will be shown after a warning message. In addition, certain features such as comments, sharing, and thumbs up and suggested videos have been disabled. The video is also ineligible for monetization. Alright, great. Congratulations. That's fine. I can deal with it. It's not a strike, at least. While this is not a strike on your account, we still want to hear from you if you believe this was a mistake. If you would like to appeal this decision, please submit this form. So of course I do so. Now here's where it gets fun. I put in the appeal, tell them that I'm just debunking a stupid thing about how being white and Muslim is not cultural appropriation and there's no hate speech in the video, and that's about it because you can't really type much on an appeal. And what happens within about 6 or 7 hours of me doing so? Hi Billy Bong. As you may know, our community guidelines describe which content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video, Are White Muslims Guilty of Cultural Appropriation, was flagged for review. Upon review, we've determined that it violates our guidelines. We've removed it from YouTube and assigned a community guideline strike or temporary penalty to your account. Oh, isn't that a fucking joke? So basically, if I didn't appeal this, I probably wouldn't have a strike right now. So what happened? The algorithm found the video, found it inappropriate, put it in restricted mode, asked me if I want to appeal it, and what happens? Someone at YouTube reviews it after the appeal, and what? Says, oh my god, the bot was wrong. This is definitely a flag. Let's give it a flag. This is the most scandalous shit I've ever heard come out of this website. How is that possible? Why is it that it was put into restricted mode and they're like, don't worry, you don't have a strike. It's all good. So what happened to that? Why, because of my appeal, does it now become a strike? How did the situation get worse? The only option was hand in your appeal and the situation will stay the same or get better. Meaning they'll either keep it in restricted mode or they remove it from restricted mode. How did all of a sudden another option come into play? Guess what? You can now get a flag for this. How is that possible? I am fuming. This is the kind of shit that puts me off of making videos. This is why I do videos once a week now and not 3 times a week like I used to. Because this shit is more of a headache than it is fun. It's not fun anymore. They sucked all the fun out of this shit a year ago. You know what social media is fitting to do? They're basically pushing people away from social media. You know how they got people from the outside world and brought them into this stupid little box and everyone sits there looking at the box all day? Well, they're gonna push people back out of that. They're gonna push people back into the real world. And no one's gonna give a fuck about their petty bullshit that they talk about every day on these fucking sites. And oh, if that happens, how fucking happy I would be to watch these companies crumble to the ground. So where do we go from here? I can't stream for 3 months, and it seems that when you already have one strike, it's easier to get a second one for some reason. It's like they got their eye on you or something. So now I gotta worry about if my channel is gonna go down soon or not, and if I get another strike, I won't be able to post for 2 weeks, so that should be fun if that happens. I'm never unprivating another video again. There's no point, because all you're gonna do is get flagged. And I know I have patrons, and, you know, I feel a little obligated to put out content because, you know, people are donating money to me. But I do want this to be fun, so I'm not just gonna push out videos for the sake of making videos. And unfortunately, this shit is discouraging me from putting out more content. The more things like this happens, the less I want to put out content. I'd just rather be doing something more meaningful. At that point, cooking a steak to me is more fucking meaningful than doing a YouTube video for these pricks at YouTube. So I hope my patrons can understand that I do appreciate everything they do for me, but sometimes it's not easy to just put out a video once a week at least just to get something out there, because shit like this happens all the time. And like I said, sometimes I'd just rather be doing something more meaningful, so I hope they can understand that, and understand that back in the day when it was funner to do videos, when YouTube wasn't up your ass about every single thing you say or do on the site, it was easy to put out content. Put out 3-4 videos a week. It was so simple. But like all these other heartless corporations, they just want to suck the life out of you till there's nothing left. Suck all the good energy out of you. And I won't let them do that to me. So I'm going to put out content when I feel is necessary. Sometimes a week may go by without anything. I hope you guys can deal with it. Sorry if that bothers you, but this is the price you pay for being a YouTuber in this day and age. There's literally almost nothing in it for you, besides headaches. Anyway, guys, have a good night.